I don't like you anymore. I don't like myself anymore. Please stop recording this. And they will be up in there like, look at how they're talking. Like they will be behind that camera like, no, we got to document this. This is important. We owe it to who? We owe it to us. Like, I'm leaving you. I am done. What's up, Solicit Nation? I am beyond excited to announce the official launch of the new Shop Unsolicited merch store. Introducing the brand new logo for the Unsolicited Truth brand, the store has everything from mugs to backpacks to apparel to phone cases and just about any other accessory you can think of. Make sure you click the link in the description below and head on over to pick up your brand new Unsolicited Truth merch. Thanks for the support, and I love you guys. What's up, Solicit Nation? It's your girl, Nikki, and I'm back with another Unsolicited Truth reaction. Hello if you're new, welcome back if you're not. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below so we can keep this party going. And please, guys, continue to watch the ads, continue to hit the thanks button, and continue to subscribe because all of that helps me continue to do this for you full time. Now, I'm going to keep it going right into Zashia's video. This is Zashia Breakup, that's the title. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. And remember, keep it respectful in the comments.
Crying, so it's like, how do I start this video? I was going to, kind of like let this ride out. I didn't want to make a video because obviously I'm extremely emotional. I'm the emotional one. And
life with an Aquarius.
I've been trying to keep myself distracted and keep myself busy so I don't like have to think about, certain things. Been just trying to like make more content and stuff. Not that I was trying to hide it from you guys because I'm not. Obviously, if you guys follow me on like social media, there's little things that I've said or did that, signify that I am not with him anymore. But I don't know, we've never been a family where we do things to strategize. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we should break up and post it and get that attention. Like, that's not who we are.
Yeah. So
it's been really hard being public about something so sad, And I'm really good at like just masking what I'm really going through, especially on social media. So that's why, I always tell you guys, you don't know someone's life on social media.
Man, look, when I tell you, I had a thought the other day. And, it was comical, but in hindsight, it's a sad reality of how a lot of influencers or social media personalities live, the ones that are like on a grander scale, is that, like in the front of the camera, you see somebody like kissing and hugging on their pet, and it's like the dog is like licking them and everything like that. And then as soon as the camera goes or the director goes cut, it's like they throw the dog like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, they're like wiping the kisses off. And I was like, but that's the reality of a lot of people. Like a lot of people, who you see in front of that camera is the opposite of who they are. And it's not even just from a positive to a negative, but from negative to a positive. There's a lot of people that get bad representation and get, exploited and used in a negative light in front of the camera. And then behind the scenes, they're a really sweet person and they're just they're in such an unfortunate situation. So I get exactly what Zashia is saying, and I've always said that. I was like, you cannot presume to know what somebody is going through or who somebody is from the little few seconds or even the few minutes that they post of their day or their life for you on this internet. Unfortunately though, people think that they have all the context just because they can interpret or read videos or whatever the case may be, and it's like we don't know. I react to these videos and speculate, but at the end of the day, that's all I can do is speculate because you don't know beyond what they tell you. But yeah, I get exactly what she's saying.
But
it's a tough line to tell.
Yeah, Josh posted the video and it was an emotional video. I couldn't get through watching it, but
Girl,
after that video was posted, you guys have been on my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff, asking what's going on, asking, my side of things and how I'm doing. And I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you guys checking on me. I guess I'll update you on like what's going on in my life and like little things that we've, you know, decided and whatnot since his video. And like he said, we're having like those conversations where, you know, who's gonna live in the house, who's gonna get an apartment, who's going to or get a place or whatever, who's gonna get what car.
That is always, I have never gotten to the point, and I'm kind of grateful for this. It's sad, but it's also, it's like a double-edged sword, right? It's bittersweet. I have never gotten to the point where I had to integrate my life so deeply with someone else's. But I have to imagine that aside from the emotional weight of just losing a person that you care about after however much time and love invested, the financial aspects of trying to untangle all of your affairs, oh my God, I can only imagine what that's like. That's that, oh shit. That's why a lot of people end up going, like, I think that's why a lot of separations, especially when it comes to like marriage or common law type, you know, separations where you actually was together and shared property and ownership and shit like that. I think that those always end up being the worst kind, because it's like that financial piece is like, once you decide you don't love this person like you used to love them, you start thinking about all the shit you did. Now you want to hold on to this, but they like, nah, they rightfully should have access to it too, but you don't think so. Oh my God, like, oof. It makes every separation worse whenever there's financial entanglement or entanglements. It always makes a separation that much harder. That's why I'm a firm believer, even in longevity, even when in long-term relationships, I'm a firm believer in, I should have all my own accounts. You should have all your own accounts. We can have I can have one bill in my name or one bill in your name. I just think I think that the less intertwined our money is, the less complicated our financial situation will be. That's just me. And I don't care to know how much my spouse or my significant other has exactly in their bank account, unless they want to tell me that, and then vice versa. I just want to know, can you carry your weight and do what you and bring to the plate, you know, what you're supposed to bring to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Is it equal shares and equal fares? That's all I'm asking.
And what days and whatnot, you know, like that. What? Yeah. Like when you have those conversations, because we've broken up for like a day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of conversations you get really mad and, you know, and it's just like frustrating, and, you know, you say things that you don't mean or whatever. But to have these conversations and it's like, shoot, this is real, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to, and I don't want to repeat, you know, too much of what he said, but, you know, it's like, I'm with my kids 24/7. You guys see me like on social media, like they're my life. And then for me to tell them, you know, go to dada, it's tough. So a few things that have changed is I'm going to be taking on this channel, Zymn Uncut. So I'll be taking on Zymn Uncut. And I hope that you guys, you know, bear with me, because I'm still trying to figure out like the type of content that I really want to put out on a regular basis. If maybe, you know, even different types of content, maybe I'll do some vlogs and some, you know, family stuff or cooking stuff or exercises or mom stuff, whatever it is that you guys want to see. I would love for you guys to comment below and help me out, because I am, for the first time, running a channel by myself, and it's just like pretty intimidating. That being said, since we did split that and this channel is a bit smaller, I decided for now to get a job, which is weird to me, but I think it's good for me because it gives me time to get out of the house.
You're going back to work.
And like do something. So,
you know, when did she, here's my thing. When Zashia shaved her head, I remember when Zashia shaved her head, and I think that was about 6 or 7 months ago when she did that. Because if you saw my reaction to Zay's video, he was talking about the opposites between his parents, and he said, well, you have long hair and she's bald, and that was about 6 months ago. So I think she shaved her head about 6, 7 months ago. I think that I suspected that they were going through something then, right? And I know it's cliche to think that a woman shaving her head means that she's broken up with a man or suffered a loss or a romantic grief in some kind of way with her partner, but turns out I think it was true. I think it can be stereotypical, but I also think it can be true in a lot of ways. Women, one way that women feel controlled in society, and one way women feel complete freedom in society is both through the way they manage their hair. A lot of women are controlled by society when it comes to their hair because they want to maintain society's standard of beauty, and so they're locked into what they think is the exceptional standard of what society deems to be the perfect type of hair or the perfect type of look. And then you have the other women where normally when they suffer through something or they're searching for their freedom or they're trying to recapture their identity, the first thing they do is change their hair drastically. Whether it be the color, the length, the texture, whatever the case may be, that's like a go-to for women. And it's often that men do that because most men, keep their hair pretty clean cut. Men can do that, but I call it crown cleansing. And I noticed that most women, when we go through severe breakups or severe or significant loss, we crown cleanse. And it's just a way for women to like start over physically. It's a way for us to, erase and replace, kind of is what I think about. And so when Zashia cut her hair, at first I was wondering, because I always try to be sensitive, I was like, did she do it for a medical reason? You know what I'm saying? You never know what somebody's going through. And I thought I heard rumors and stuff like that of alopecia floating around, but I don't know. It all happened around the same time. Jada, the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock shit. I don't know. I feel like it did. I could be merging them two events together. Bear with me. But I do think that the timing of Isaiah's video, the timing of her haircut, how they gradually have kind of let more and more information slip, and how Josh said that they've pretty much been already broken up for like 3 months, which means they were probably going through the back and forth thing for probably a few months prior to that, which would put it around the 6-month time period. And he even said in that video that he sat down with Zay when Zay was like, why do I think my parents gonna break up? Josh said or alluded to the fact that they're working on this, they're gonna make it through this. So that sounds like they were actually going through something at that present time. You see what I'm saying? So when I say all that to say that when Zashia cut her hair, I felt almost like instinctively that it had something to do with her relationship. Once I realized that it wasn't a medical thing, but I didn't want to speak on something that I had no proof of. And I do think that I alluded to it in a video beforehand when I was asking. I think the first time I saw her without her hair, and I think I asked about it, but I didn't push it because I just, it's none of my business. But now looking back, hindsight is 2020, man. There's a lot of things that I feel like instinctively I kind of picked up on in their situation, and I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to stir a pot that wasn't boiling. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel normal for a second.
I just had to say that piece.
But there's times where I'm just like, wow, I feel like I've taken like 20 steps backwards, but sometimes like you have to do that in order to find yourself, in order to have clarity and stable just life and mental health. So if you guys see me posting, I'm going to work and whatever, I work 3 days a week, and Josh takes the kids those 3 days, which helps a lot, and then I take the kids the other days, and I'm exhausted. It's really freaking tiring, but I'll get used to it. I also wanted to come on here and thank you guys for supporting us for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
You guys have literally watched Isaiah grow, the kids grow, all of my different hairstyles. And I just want to thank you guys for just being the best freaking support, being our family, because There's no subscribers out there that are better than ProPack. There's none. Like, there's so many like YouTubers.
ProPack is dope, but I would have to say Solicit Nation. No, I'm just kidding. I understand that. I think it's dope that her her supporters were able to maintain their same level of support throughout, and I hope that they continue to support both of them, and that they don't make it a one-sided issue, or try to stir or instigate some shit that don't need to be stirred or instigated.
And social media people that get like, their people turn on them if they do something like stupid or wrong or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you guys realize that we're not perfect, and you accept us for that. I appreciate that so much. It means so much to us. And that's why like I feel okay just doing this, because I know that you guys know that we've tried to be as real as possible, as human as possible. We're not this perfect family. The house is a mess all the time. Like, just want to say thank you for doing that. We've tried our best to keep the family going, but I think this is definitely good for us. No family should stay together. No couple should stay together because of the kids and
that's what I said in Zashia
channels or whatever it is that's keeping them together. Like if it's just better for.
And I appreciate them for doing that, because God knows there are some channels on this here tube of you that they needed to have broken up a long time ago, because not only are they toxic towards themselves, but they're toxic towards their children, and their toxicity is spewed out upon the masses as folks tune in by the droves, because they love to watch other people's lives fall apart and then come together and fall apart again, because there is something fatalistic and narcissistic inside of every single last one of us. With that being said, I appreciate Josh and Zashia for having the maturity to come online and just keep it a buck, you know what I mean? And to separate without trying to destroy one another, or separate without trying to turn it into some kind of propagandistic bigger than life situation. And it's like, where you can tell that the shit is scripted, or it's like, take your problems seriously and stop doing everything for a check. A lot of people who are on YouTube have sold their souls. They're gonna record everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if your partner could be literally looking at you like, put the camera down, our marriage is falling apart, I don't like you anymore, I don't like myself anymore, please stop recording this. And they will be up in there like, look at how they're talking. Like, they will be behind that camera like, no, we got to document this. This is important. We owe it to who? We owe it to us. Like, I'm leaving you. I am done. Bro, so again, shout out to them for having the courage and, like I said, the maturity to get online and put this out there and not try to fake the funk. They worked as hard as they could to keep things going and keep things consistent, but it's to a point now where they just can't put up a facade anymore, and I respect it.
Mental health to separate,
Yeah.
Josh is great. We are good people. I just feel like right now we're not good to each other.
Yeah.
And he didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. No one cheated.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that, because I feel like, bruh,
that's how most people
we wouldn't be able to communicate the way we are and be able to discuss certain things if that would have happened. I'm just getting over my postpartum, my emotional, I'm trying to find myself and trying to find who I am. And it's really hard as a mom to find who you are when all you do is raise kids. All you do is take care of the house, and all you do is do, what I'm saying? It's that. So now that I got a job and now I'm doing other things and I'm able to just find myself, I feel like it'll be better for me. I feel like it'll be better for the kids, better for Josh in the long run, what I'm saying?
Nobody understands what it is to
us
be a
being
mother
able to find ourselves. And I'm still going to support him 100% in his music journey. You guys know, I'm his biggest.
So many hats that we wear, and in the midst of all of the hats and all the roles and all the jobs that we put on, we still have to try to somehow maintain who we are, not lose sight or lose grasp of our own identity while assuming so many different roles for so many different people and so many different lives.
Fan. So, you know, I obviously want him to make it, and I hope you guys just, you know, push him too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I took some time to myself after,
man.
You know, the breakup or whatever. You guys saw that video, and it was just like the hardest time, but it was definitely necessary. I was like job hunting and meditating and reading and just trying to find that peace, you know, with trying to find peace in the situation, you know, trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel, if that makes any sense. Like, just really hard because just feel so alone here. It's really hard because, like, I have no family here. Usually if I'm going through something like this, like, my mom is here or my mom's with me, and Isaiah's been so great, bro. Isaiah's been so great, but he's 17, you know, I can't put all of these emotions, I can't cry like this in front of him, and he's trying so hard to just make me.
Why not? My mom did. Bro, let me tell you something. One thing that I appreciate about my mother is that she never tried to fake the funk in front of us, bro. Like, if stuff was hard, she let us see that shit was hard. She didn't, you know what I'm saying? Not to the point where, like, she made us responsible or overwhelmed us with, like, life's realities at such a young age. It wasn't anything like that, but you know, she was, I think because she was such a young mom and she was figuring it out on her own, and my mother didn't have any parents. She was basically orphan Annie. She raised herself, and my aunt, and so she's a mom at 19, you know what I'm saying, got 2 kids by the time she's 22. My mom was really just like out here trying to figure it out, and she did, in my opinion, I think she did such a great job of, like, when she was scared, she let us see that she was scared. When she was angry, she let us see that she was angry. When she was frustrated, challenged, whatever it was, overwhelmed, she let us see that. And then, but she always let us, but because she let us see that, we always saw her pick herself back up. So the example that I have, and I think a lot of parents would do better to let their children see them stumble and see them fall, because then they also get to see what it looks like when you're picking yourself back up. If they've never seen you stumble and they've always seen you like you got your head above water and you doing things right, then when they fall, they have no example of what it looks like to get back up. So they think that if they fall, they gotta stay there because nobody showed them what it looks like to fall and get back up. My mother will fall and get back up every single time. And so me and my brothers have like this bounce back ability where, like, no matter what we go through, we always remind ourselves, well, mommy did this and mommy got through it and we've been through worse. Like, I always think about the fact that I'm going through this now, but I got through that and that in the past. So this ain't nothing. And I think, again, you don't burden your children emotionally, but I think that it's a special thing when a parent can show a child that they're human. Because a lot of times parents forget that their children are human, and then they forget to be human to their children. You know what I'm saying? So they think they got to be this perfect robot, this perfect example of how life should always go. And it's like, that don't teach a child nothing except give them impossible standards. So when they waver or they step off that line just a little bit, their whole world fall apart because they never saw what it looks like to not just step off that line, but to fall completely off and then get your ass back up and do it and get back on course. So I appreciate that my mother was transparent, and I would say, and this is a challenge to all parents, is to be transparent with your child. Not to the point, like I said, where you're like burdening them emotionally, but let them see you break so they can see what it looks like when you put yourself back together again. Those are the lessons that stuck with me. Not the ones where she was like Miss Perfect, but the ones where I saw her literally fall apart, and then I saw her put her shit back together, put our shit back together, and carry us on to the next level. That's the stuff that motivates.
Because he sees, like,
hear me,
how hard this is on me and Josh or whatever, and he's just trying his hardest to, you know, I feel terrible because he shouldn't have to feel like he needs to do something. He should just be able to be a kid. The kids should just be able to be kids. So we're just trying our best to be normal. And I feel like it's hard when I can't just, I don't know, go to my sister's house or get away, talk to my mom.
I wonder if Zashia would ever consider leaving LA. I know it would be difficult because obviously Josh is there and his family is there, but he does have family in Florida, and that's where I'm assuming she would move back to. His mother is out there, so I'm wondering if Josh would relocate. I mean, he can film anywhere. He wouldn't be with his sisters, but I don't know. I just wonder, because I know that me and my brothers are very close. Me and my brothers are very close. Me and my siblings are very close. But if I had my mother, I would leave my siblings to be closer to my mother. Like, I would. But me and my mom are really close, so I don't know. Everybody's not like that. I know some people would move to be closer to their siblings versus their parents, but for me, it would be the opposite. So I wonder if Josh would be willing to move back home because he would have his mother, even though he wouldn't have his sisters. I don't know. And all his family, because I think all their family is down there in Florida too, on his mom's side.
Hug her or whatever. It's just that's been tough. That's been tough on me. Just not having that. You know, like, my friends check on me, and that's, what more can I ask for in friends? They're just constantly just checking on me, and you guys, you know, with your positivity and my comments and stuff, and I'm gonna continue saying thank you, because what the heck? I am pale.
Girl, we all are right now. I was thinking the same thing. She's got to be so overwhelmed.
I know that you guys look at us for guidance and as an example, and I try my best to.
And I think that, but that's my thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, what they're doing right now is by being transparent and being open and not sharing everything or all the details, but just letting people see, like, you know, shit falls apart and families don't always work out the way that you think that they should or maybe want to. But it doesn't mean that you can't move forward as a different kind of family, you know what I'm saying? While still supporting and loving each other, but in a less toxic, less abusive way. I think that that's important that they're showing this. And that's why I think it's important for them. I get the need to want to shelter the two younger ones, but Zay is 17. He's about to enter this world. And baby, it's not soft out here. It's not soft out here. You better take them fucking kid gloves off and teach this man, because at the end of the day, 17 years old, he get caught out in that world. They're going to look at him like a man. Teach this young man, you know, what to expect and how to navigate through these hard times in a relationship, because that's what's real. And he's going to, and as children, we step in because that's just who we are. Yes, it may not be our responsibility to make our parents' lives feel better or to try to patch things up, but children are natural healers. You know what I'm saying? Like that, children are natural healers to their families, you know? And so their instinct is to try to make things better. That's why even an infant or a toddler, before they can even speak, if you lay down and act like you're sad, they know how to comfort. That's like a human thing. Humans are meant to heal each other. You can't stop that. So she may want to shelter and shield Isaiah, but there may be things that he needs to see, and he may want to, you know, provide support for her and for Josh in certain ways that she should go ahead and allow him to do, because he's maturing as a young man. That's something he needs to learn how to do any damn way.
Be that for you guys. I know I've talked to a lot of you personally through like DM or email, and I give the best advice that I can, but I always tell you guys, like, hey, I'm not perfect.
Nobody is, baby.
But I've always felt pretty secure in like just my mental state and the way I've handled things and what to do next. And I feel like this is the first time in my life where I don't know what to do. And I feel so lost. And so hurt and just, I don't know how to get over this physical hurt, you know? It's like, you know, I don't know if you've ever been through like a heartbreak or anything like that. But it's like, I don't want to eat. I'm losing weight. I don't want to work out. I feel like literally throwing up. I feel like literally like just in my just, it hurts. And I don't know what to do. I'm 33 years old. I'm a 33-year-old single mother of 3 children.
Yeah, and so what she is going through right now is the stage of grief. What is it? Is it like acknowledgement? Hold on. Okay, so it sounds like, so the 7 stages of grief are shock and denial. That's stage 1. Pain and guilt is stage 2. Anger and bargaining is stage 3. Depression is stage 4. The upward turn is stage 5. Reconstruction and working through is stage 6. And then acceptance and hope is stage 7. Now, what I believe that Zasha's going through right now is she's going through the pain and guilt phase, which is stage 2. And it says you may feel that the loss is unbearable and that you're making other people's lives harder because of your feelings and needs. Her saying that she thinks that she's making that is just hard on Isaiah and she's putting stuff on him when she probably hasn't even questioned or asked him if she's actually burdening him. My mother used to do that with us. She was like, is this too much? And we would tell her what was too much and what wasn't. And then secondly, she seems to carry a lot of guilt over the situation where she was like, I'm a 33-year-old mother, single mother of 3 children. Like, you can sense that she's just like she feels like she failed some kind of way. Like, in her mind, this relationship not working out, not being successful is a failure in her regard. So she's feeling, you can literally see her heart breaking and you can feel the weight of that guilt. And so that's why I think right now she's in the pain and guilt phase. And so she's going to be hard on herself. She's going to be very hard on herself. And the next stage is anger. And I think was it anger and depression. And everybody doesn't go through these things, anger and bargaining. It says you may lash out telling God or higher power that you'll do anything they ask if they'll only grant you relief from these feelings or this situation. So that's normally what comes afterwards is the anger and the bargaining part. So we'll see how this thing continues to proceed. But right now, like I said, I think that she's going through the pain and the guilt piece. And I felt that in that statement when she was like, I'm a 33-year-old mother. I'm a 33-year-old single mother of 3. Like that, there's a lot of pain and guilt and anger that was kind of like in that one statement. I feel for her. I feel for her, man.
I feel like I failed at life.
What did I just say? What did I just say? And I promise you, I told you guys all the videos that I watched beforehand. I told you anything. I said I watched the Josh video and I watched a portion of the video that he did with with Natalie and Jacina. I have not watched this video and I could tell. I told you, I felt that. I'm like an empath. I felt the weight of her failure. She feels like she failed. I felt that, man.
Here, all I wanted to do was be married to him,
I felt that. I wonder if that was.
I remember making videos like, oh my God, I think he's gonna marry me. And here we are.
I wonder if that was an issue too. I mean, they've been together, 5 years? And 2 kids, 3 kids later. No request to marry you. I don't know. That's a little hard for any woman, I think, to deal with. It's like, because it's like we're doing everything already. We got a house together. We've been living together. I have 2 of your children, 3 of your children technically. Like, what more? I've been loyal to you. You've been loyal to me. What is stopping us from getting married? When you are a woman and you give all those things to someone and they decide that they still, well, I'm not going to say they don't decide they want to marry you, but they haven't shown any interest in marrying you and you've given them everything in the way of proof that you are a equitable partner, that would be hard for me to deal with. I don't even think, to me, it shouldn't take that long. And y'all be like, lesbians be U-hauling. First of all, I don't believe in that. I believe I've seen heterosexual relationships happen like that because I was in the military. And let me tell you, nothing was stronger than a 6-week AIT or technical training school relationship. Nothing. I know people that met and got married within 6 weeks of knowing each other and still together today with kids. So I just think that, you know, when you meet the right person, you meet the right person, and when it happens, and the timing is supposed to happen. But 5 years is crazy long to be with somebody, have 3 children together, have been living together for like 3 of the 5 years, and yet there's still no ring. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a that you might have to give it over a sense of rejection in that.
Starting over.
Yeah.
But it's just the beginning. This is normal to feel this way. It is normal to hurt. And this time next year, I'm sure I will be doing so much better. Mentally and financially and physically, and just more stable. There's a lot of things that both of us have done wrong, and there's a lot of things that I'm angry about, but it's mostly sad. I feel like the more that, you know, the more time goes on, I feel like we'll be able to discuss things in detail. But right now, I feel like there's certain things that we need to deal with on our own.
Yeah, and it's too new, it's too raw.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but I don't have bullet points of anything. I'm just kind of going on about how I feel, and, you know, that I'm sorry that we let you guys down.
No need to apologize. I don't think that they let anybody down. I mean, what you gonna do? That's life.
If you do have any questions or anything, just feel free to ask. Now's your opportunity. If you could help me out on what you want to see on this channel, I try my best.
You got it, baby girl. You got it.
It's the kids, I think, that's getting me. Just thinking about the kids.
Yeah.
And how much they love the both of us so much. Isaiah even, you know, those kids love us so much, and just want to do what's best for them.
Yeah.
I wish there was a button or manual or something that just lets me know if, you know, we're doing what's right.
Wouldn't that be easy, man? Wouldn't that be easy?
I'm freaking human.
I think everybody would sign up for that.
I love you guys so much. I'm sorry, I look crazy, but I love you guys so much. And thank you again for all the support. I'm gonna go clean up, get ready for work, take on this hustle. Mama 3 hustle.
You got it. She got it. Wow, her video was heavy. That was a lot. She's going through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But again, I just thank her and Josh for being so transparent with their journey. They definitely don't owe this to anyone, and I hope that everyone has been respectful and understanding of, you know, what they're sharing. Solicit Nation, if you guys enjoyed this reaction as much as I did, please be sure to like, subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to share. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I upload. And if you've been here before, then you already know I gotta hit y'all with the juices.